Okay, as usual, I had a little trouble with my camera. All right. When I drove in, I gave a spiel about how everything's being closed off. And it's true, it's a serious problem, and the access is just becoming more and more limited. Okay, regardless, up the roadway, there's some tailing piles. Now, I've come up Walker Road a long way. I've got this running creek. It's great for my small unit. And the water was running literally over the road, and it really came through here. In fact, you can see right here how the banks have been overrun. The areas I like to look are where there's a lot of rocks laid up. Those are catch zones. So any gold. Now, I have found gold in this area before because I just tested it. I didn't really dig it. But due to the limited access, that's what I'm going to do. I like this because I know water comes through here. It obviously comes through here and it rolls right down here and into the creek that we're having a look at right now. And again, with the tailing piles up the road and the rusty appearance of such, I think we're going to get some gold here. Now, I have found small gold here, so I'm going to try to run a couple of buckets. We see what we get, and then I've got a second place chosen. I'm gonna start featuring my t-shirts. People always buy me t-shirts. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This was bought in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Pretty cool. Okay, this dirt to me looks better because it's packed down here. And that's really what I want more than anything. Now, I've got to hope most of the material does funnel and travel in this direction. I'll dig in there on the turn a little bit, but where I find this hard pack, I'm more interested. So I did a sample quickly in the creek behind the tree branch, and then I got this pack stuff, which is resting on top of this metamorphosized rock. It looks like it's been just crushed and folded, striations. It's really cool looking. Now, this is a uneven bedrock layer, but you see this hasn't been picked in a while, so I'm anticipating that this will be better stuff. Yeah, and then even you get a little lower, there's some color change, a little bit of rust. I can see rust in there. I can also see some pyritic material, so I think that's going to be nice because well, pyrite, I always find gold in those zones, so we'll see. They're all an ironstone, and it's really good. And that's where I want to get. I want to get below. I want to get as deep as I can here. You can hear me scraping down there. I want this better stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with the creek right away. I'm going to test this one really well. Yeah, because it goes down a ways, and it doesn't look like anyone's dug here. So, with all those tailing piles, also these rocks I'm removing, I'm going to wash them, most definitely. Now you can shake this stuff to a point, and then, but I'm still going to have to run water over it. You can see down here that I'm coming up against some bedrock. I'll put the camera in there. See right there, you can see I'm probably running up against this stuff. I like this because this is a slide. So see that material? I like that a lot. So we're going to keep going with this. Super cool. And it looks like it kind of, oh, here's a bigger surface rock. But I like this because it's just after the bend, and if it's small gold, it'll just roll here. And again, most of the rock material is heavy. I'm going to wash the material off the rock, because as the places dry up and I have to go deeper and deeper, the trips have to be better planned, because you know, it's just not an easy walk in the park any longer. Well, here I am feeding. And I kind of, the water's really moving, but I hold my little shovel in front of it and let it settle and get a little water extra saturated. I'm pre-wetting all this material too. The other good thing about this unit, it will roll the material around and leave you with nothing but a small amount of black sand and any gold that you have. Yeah, I like these double drops. These Angus McCurks are really cool, and they're really nice for little gold, especially in my big one. So anyways, is Squatch a living, breathing animal or some kind of otherworldly visitor? Think about that for a minute. I think Squatch is a living, breathing animal, simply because if wild animals don't want to be seen, you're not going to see them very often. I've seen a black jaguar that stood better than 3 feet at the shoulder. Beautiful, amazing. And I should have won the lottery already, because the chances of me seeing a melanistic jaguar cross 15 feet in front of the road of our car in 1974 is, it's like winning the damn Powerball or something of that nature. Yeah, it was really amazing. I'll never forget it. I wish we had taken a darn picture. And that was out towards Bartlett Lake, where I really like to fish. You can see how these banks have overcut. They're just coming over the bank, and it's the kind of stuff I want to see mixed in with it. It makes me think that some fine gold could have moved. I'm seeing a lot of this, and I have run little trenches here. It was a long time ago, and there was gold in it. So the first sample, Zippo. So hopefully we'll get going. So I walked up, I don't know, about 150 yards, and I'm looking at this stuff, and I'm seeing rust. And I don't know, that's what I want to see. So I'll show you what the material I'm collecting now. I'm looking for indicators of vein gold. So I'm finding quartz specimens like this, and they're almost, if you look closely, they're kind of webbed to me, and the oxidation, there's also crystal structure into tiny vugs, so it's interesting. And then things of this nature that are full of pyrite. There's basically a vein of it, a little micro vein. And so I'm trying to make good choices here, because that was a little bit of a walk with a bucket, but that's how it goes. If there's gold, trust me, I'll walk all day with a bucket.
All right.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Jesper Oster, and I live up here in Prescott, and I highly enjoy gold mining. And I found this little area, a little outcropping here, and it's showing great potential. So hopefully it'll pan out, no pun intended.
And we've just extracted this large section, so it's exciting. And what did you find the last couple of times you've been here? You spoke of a pretty nice piece.
Yeah, so right behind me right here, there's a really deep V-notch that I dug out yesterday. And actually at the very bottom of it, I was able to find a little nugget, about a gram roughly, which is no little nugget, especially for here. So I was very excited by that. So here I am, next day. I couldn't resist. I had to come back.
Well, hopefully. I found this tailing pile out in the forest, so I went ahead and I just grabbed some material real quick. And it's kind of rusty and a lot of quartz, and this is an example of the quartz I found. Let me clean this guy off, in fact. It's got all the rust. It didn't have a chance to fully develop, so it's not clear, but it's a really nice piece sitting on some original bedrock. So I'm not sure of my plan 100%, but I'm gonna work these V-notches right here on the creek. And they are fairly abundant, and they seem to trap gold really well. So I was able to pull this guy off the top of the bedrock and separate, and beneath it they have a lot of interesting looking material, kind of muddy, mucky. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we've been prospecting and just picking out a little bit of dirt here and there where we got a few small pieces, and so I came over here to run my small sluice, and this water tore through here, and I was being briefed about just how it ripped through here, and that's an opportunity to move gold. So what I'm going to do to get the material, I'm going to go over here in this area along this bedrock where I've got all this material that deposited. I'm going to break it up, and shovel it, screen it, run it through the unit. And this is all flood material. There is some red there, and you can see it right there. That's what I want. Okay, finally. That little piece, where is it? It looks like this one was hanging on the end of the sluice. I kept digging in that same spot, and I got all these in short order. So this is really good. But I'll tell you what, I've been getting skunked most of it. Well, I've got little tiny, some of these little buggers are from earlier, little guys like this. But all this, I've been just scratching out of this basic flood material. And I have one of my subscribers and my new friend. He's an awesome dude, and he's up here frequently, so he's parked over there. But I don't know, I may come back here and work this tomorrow. Well, there's my quiet little encampment. Right out there is Lynx Lake below me. And I just sat around for an hour and played guitar. And yeah, after prospecting all day, it took about a half an hour to loosen my fingers up, being in that cold water and just hammering and everything else. This is a really good spot. It's in the C section of Lynx Lake. I always get this one because no one is ever around here. Alright, well, I thought I'd do something that I haven't done in, God, probably 10 years. I've been near there. I'm heading down Bannie Mine Road, and I'm going to have a look around down there. I'm trying to figure out where I want to dig, because this is a gamble. This is pretty random. And I think what I'm looking for is washout areas. Now this looks like someone's really been in here. But it looks like we've got washout coming through. And these areas all seem to wash out. And they come off here. Looks like they could come down here. I'm just trying to think about my best bet for washout. I think either these low spots. It is a dilemma because there's a shitload of them. And like I said, it doesn't appear like many of them have been dug. Maybe do my digs in some of the root systems. You know, if it's washing through here. You know what? I think I'm going to actually try here. Well, I don't know about this today. I don't know. It's really starting to rain on me, but what I'm doing is I'm getting in here and I'm getting all this stuff that's laid up on this schist. You can see you can break it up, but it's all kind of consolidated. Alright, so I've got a bucket filled. This is good looking stuff. This, check it out. It's been sitting there a long time. It's consolidated. It's just broken. See this stuff? Look at this. And I got all that shit falling in on it, but you get it. It's just broken up, schisty material, and it's packed. It runs all through here. It's been running down here, kind of leaching out of here. So I'm gonna go run this bucket and we'll see the result. All right, I cleaned the sluice and I had to run up and get my tripod because I think I saw some gold in here. Now, I hope I'm right. I did think I saw a little gold in there. Maybe I was hallucinating? I don't know. Well, there is a micro piece, and that is all. God, what a disappointment. I thought I saw a piece rolling around in there, and I thought it was substantial. Let me see, here it is. Let's see what it is. I don't know, it just stayed. It just sat in the pan. It's just a piece of granite with some damn pyrite in it. But the way it just sat in the pan, I had good flow going through the unit. Disappointing, just a little piece. Well, as hard as I worked, I really didn't get much. And then on the way back, I'm getting rained out, so I'm going to leave shortly. But I stopped, and I saw what looked like a mixed bag, a lot of rust, a lot of iron, obviously, and it looked like sections of limonite in the soil profile, and I always find some gold around it. So I went ahead, hammered it out. I had a little over a half a bucket, and on the last pan, and none of it had black sand until the very last pan. The very last pan. That whole thing was just tiny bits of black sand, and this one had all the black sand. And look what I found with it. To close out the day. Holy shit. 2 actually really pretty decent pieces. I can probably pick those suckers up too. Yeah, I can pick that guy up. So it's a pretty good end. There's also some small pieces. There were a few small pieces in there as well. So with what I got yesterday and then this to finish it, I think I'm gonna head down now. I think it's gonna rain all day, and you can see it, but this is nice closure. So I lucked out, and not only are there those 2 big pieces, but there's little micro bugs in there too. So apparently everything, I don't know, somehow settled at the bottom of the bucket, or it was one particular scoop. But a nice conclusion here at Bannie Mine.